Hey, good morning, y'all. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to ride the PA Wilds BDR X. I'm doing this solo, so no one's following along, anything like that, so it should be quite an adventure. Join me for the journey. So I tried to pack pretty minimally for this trip here. That was my first time. Don't really know what to expect. I also did not want to travel heavy, so a couple of things I brought that are out of the normal for my rides. Got a Camelback full of water. Brought a little bit of food, and actually only one additional tool that's not supplied by BMW in the little case, which was a Torx 30-bit and a ratchet, just in case my skid plate needs a little bit of tightening up here. First time using it. Well, y'all, I think we started section 1 of the BDR just about a half mile ago. The road went from pretty hard packed gravel to this really bumpy road. This is pretty neat. Got leaves falling all over the place. Since this is my first time doing a BDR and I'm riding solo, I have selected not to do any of the expert trails. I think this will give me a good opportunity just to learn to take this bike off-road without going too far. But also, if I come back and do it again, I can decide to do the expert trails, it'd give me something new. It's very peaceful out here. Like there is an overpass right here. Look at this. Very neat. Just entered an area that has a pretty wide road. I'm trying to also figure out if like 4x4 vehicles can do this, so this right here is pretty promising. Look at that little thing. I don't know what that was. Was that a beaver? It was sort of funny just climbing up that little ledge. I have a lot of rocks down this little hill. We're gonna take it slow here. Gosh. There we go. Clear the rocks. At least for now, huh? This suspension is getting a workout. We just started hitting some mud back there. It looks like there was a little runoff from a very small creek coming into the road, causing some of the mud. I decided to go with the left track here versus the right. So I know they say ride right, but this time we're going left. So I just got done with the bumpy section. Just rattled me the whole time for probably about the last, I don't know, 5-10 miles. so I stopped just to check everything out, make sure nothing is too loose. Glad I did. Looks like we have my camelback about ready to fall out, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that up before we continue on. So back there, about 1,000 yards now, there was a detour sign that pointed us in the opposite direction of where we're going now, and hopefully this is the correct route, but it's the first pavement I've been on the last hour and a half now, so we shall see. Looks like the detour was in our favor. Well, after probably 20 minutes or so, I'm back in the woods and on some gravel. I'm going to start looking for a spot to eat some food back here. I brought my own lunch, so hopefully there's a nice picnic table or just a scenic overlook that I can stop at. So far it's been great. I think this is going to be the spot that I eat right here. Seems pretty level. Awesome. That was a good break. Probably rested for about 15-20 minutes. Ate some food and now back on it. This is pretty neat. Little Pine State Park. Huh. Looks like you can rent boats there. Just got done with a pretty long stretch of gravel here. Turned to pavement into this small little town. Going across the water, as you see, it was really nice. Alright, y'all, I'm about 6 miles away from the end of section 1 of the PA Wilds BDR X, and I wanted to answer some questions that I had prior to riding this. First one was, how long or how many hours of ride time will it take to ride this? And I found some answers basically that stated, you know, it'll take 1 day, as this was designed for, or each section was designed for 1 day. But that really didn't answer the question I had. So I started at 11:15 and it is now about 4:12, so I'll get done about 4:30. And I probably had about 30 to 40 minutes of breaks during this time, so for ease, we'll just call it 30 minutes of breaks. 4 hours and 45 minutes of ride time to do this as a beginner. Second question I had was, how fast do you go on this? So never have done a BDR before. I'd say my average speed was probably around 26, 27 miles per hour. In the beginning, I went about 10 or 15, though I found the beginning of section 1 to be more difficult than the rest. But after that part, I slowly increased my speed, and driving, you know, routinely then became about 33, 34 miles per hour, but average, say about 26, 27. The final question I had was, what percentage of time are you on asphalt versus being off-road? And I would say you're probably off-road about 80% of the time. You definitely spend a lot more time off-road than you do on-road. So hope that helps for anyone that has those same questions. Well, y'all, this is the end of the PA Wilds BDR X section 1. Feels good. Definitely a long day. Still got to drive to Wellsboro, but that was so much fun. Absolutely so much fun. So next episode, I'll be riding section 2, and then section 3, and then finally section 4. So thanks so much for watching, y'all. See you next time.